Yes, and my dress is Givenchy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is my whistle for my support of all the protesters out there in Minneapolis and around the country. I really love the whistling. It's like ASMR to my ears. These tone-deaf bitches need a fucking invitation, a special one. It's probably all glittered up, and an ID to get into the Grammys. But according to them, you don't need one to get into the country. Right? That's funny. Are they all getting paid by the Democrat Party, or are they just really out of touch and fucking stupid?
Probably both.
What? I saw one lady say, I am an immigrant and my parents are immigrants, and I say to ICE, fuck you. You can't kick us out. I guess y'all ain't getting it. The Democrats ain't getting it. All of the swamp hag Karens ain't getting it. We want illegal aliens gone and deported. Not legal, illegal. You guys should do a musical number on it. Maybe you'll remember it. It's illegal.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but immigrants don't respect Americans or American culture. Let me explain how. If you did not know, I am half West African on my mom's side, you guys. And if there's one thing that I've learned from dealing with immigrants, not all of them, but most of them, is that they don't respect American culture and they don't really respect American people. Most immigrants, and especially African immigrants, don't respect American culture. They think Americans are dumb. They think Americans have no culture in the first place.
I've heard that before.
They think they are lazy and entitled. And the true essence of why they come to America is to make enough money to either send back home or plant their children here, and then they could send money back home and then pretty much leave and go back to their country just like my mom did. Now, do I think that's the worst possible thing that immigrants that come to this country can do? No. But as an American citizen who has been born in this country, who this is the country I've only ever known, I don't think it's very fair to the American people that we house people and welcome people who just come here and make illegal families and make illegal money just to go ship it back home and then never, ever, ever come back ever again after.
That's some BS, man. I don't like being taken advantage of. I'm sure taxpayers don't like their money being spent that way. I mean, it's just crazy. You have people that are using all of these government benefits. It's very tiresome.
For like 50 years. I think the jobs that these immigrants take up can be given to Americans. I think the houses that they take up could be given to Americans. And that's why I feel as if that as an American, in this current situation, you should kind of be insulted. So the question is, what was the point of this post? The point of this post was to make Americans realize that having empathy for people who come from the third world isn't really always what's best for you. Because most of the people who come to this country aren't really looking to serve America. They're really just looking to serve themselves, their families, their culture, their ethnicities, and that's pretty much it. So I hope this helped.
I 100% believe that. I've said it before that these liberals having empathy for people is very dangerous, and you can't let empathy outweigh logic.
I am so sick of Hollywood. I am so sick of the Grammys. So today, several people with this ice out and this the black Nigerian guy gets up there and says, well, I just want to thank for the trophy for this nation was built by immigrants. And
Singing country music, I believe that was Shabuzi. And look, he's making country music, getting all of these fans listening to his music, and then he goes up there and just craps on the whole country. And like, you're only going to thank illegal immigrants, but you made this money and the success in America being supported by Americans. Come on.
And then there's one girl talking about F-Ice. I am so sick of Hollywood. I am so sick of these elites trashing half the country because they believe in election laws, because they believe, yes, this country was founded by immigrants, but just like the vice president said, it doesn't mean we have to have the worst immigration laws in the country. In reality, what these Hollywood elites, won't they give these people their salaries? They're not affected by these illegals. They're not affected by the crime these illegals bring to our community. You know why? Because they live in big mansions with gates around them. They're not around here getting raped and getting pillaged. And they're not around here, and they're not affected by the...
They're completely out of touch. As I said to you, Billie Eilish lives in like a $14 million mansion. Can you imagine even having $14 million in general? Even if that was your full net worth. $2 million house here, a bunch of assets, a huge Roth IRA, some different properties here and there. A $14 million net worth is crazy. But it's even crazier to have just your house be $14 million. You're going to sit here and act like you're in touch with reality and what's really going on. These people need to jump on X and jump online and maybe even get out into the streets to see what's really going on because they're so out of touch.
A loss of jobs that illegal immigrants bring. That's why people in Hollywood, even Bill Maher said, these people should shut up because we don't care what they think. All of them endorsed Kamala Harris, and she still lost. Because the reality is people are tired of being lectured and virtue signaled by Hollywood, by the Grammys, by TMZ, by all these people telling us.
Yeah, and apparently the owner of TMZ allegedly is in the Epstein files for doing who knows what. We'll cover that a little bit later. But look, these people are not holier than thou, but they always try to make it seem like they are the most successful people and have the best values on life, when really most of these people are just artists, musical artists. I would rather take advice from a business person any day of the week than a celebrity that sings for a living. Yes, you make a whole bunch of money, but that is because you make music. I would rather listen to Kevin O'Leary or somebody from Shark Tank or some big billionaire, not Mark Cuban, about life advice before any Hollywood celebrity. Are you kidding me? It's insane.
How we're posted that we're bad people because we don't believe in open borders, because we don't believe that everybody in the world that should be allowed to come here. That it's 80 billion people, and apparently all of them are supposed to be allowed to live in America. And we, the taxpayers, they don't say anything about fraud. They don't say anything about all the fraud that has been found out. They don't say anything about any of the people being killed by illegal immigrants. They don't say anything about the people killed in Iran right now by a dictatorship, or the fact that Trump just freed the people from Maduro. These people are leftists, owned by the billionaire elites that back the Democratic Party. They have to say what they're saying. Most of their lines are written speeches. It's all a coordinated propaganda campaign against the Trump administration and against the Republicans.
He is spitting facts right now.
I'm sick of Hollywood. I'm sick of the Grammys.
Why in the fuck would you bring kids to an ICE protest? My comments are open.
There are absolutely people bringing children to ICE protests. I've seen it all this weekend. People bringing students out. 5 years old. I saw another kid that she was rubbing her eyes and crying because she got some of the pepper balls or pepper spray stuff in her eyes. You should lose custody of your kids for this. That's crazy.
Genuinely want to know why in the flying fuck you would bring children to an ICE protest. What, so they can get a live upfront view of seeing what dumbasses you as an adult, you as their parent are?
I feel you, bro. I feel you. It is so frustrating. Oh, not everybody should be having kids. Not everyone should deserve to have kids, especially if you're going to put them in harm's way. And these people are all over the internet. So look, somebody needs to call CPD or CPS, whoever it is, Child Protective Services on these people, because that's insane.
I have a compromise for all the white savior liberals out there. We will allow the hardworking illegal immigrants to have status in our country, to no longer be undocumented. Okay, the non-criminal ones, even though they were illegal, they will get legal status. If and only if, for every one illegal immigrant that we give legal status to, we trade out a white savior liberal. So that way you guys can trade places. Y'all hate America.
Right. She's got a point.
They love America. So let's just do a little switcheroony, I think that it's a perfect trade out. What do you think?
Liberals just have access to certain data that we don't have access to, because I swear I post videos that I do research for and liberals comment the exact opposite statistics that I just quoted, and they're like, do your research. And I'm like, bro, I did. Like, did we not do the same Google search? This is everything that I found. And then I ask them, like, I've asked multiple times, like, what sources do you have? Like, drop a link or something so that I can read what you're looking at. And of course they never give me a link, but like, literally, what data do you have? Because the entire population of liberals, like, they are hell-bent on the things that they claim to know, but I can't find any like verifiable fact-check source that says the things that they're saying. And I get so confused. Like, where is the data from?
No matter how much hate I get, how many insults are thrown at me, how many people tell me I'm a traitor, how much people tell me I have a nopal en la frente, like, there's nothing, I mean, absolutely nada, that will ever convince me to vote Democrat. I mean, nothing at all, okay? And let me tell you why I will never vote Democrat. Very simple. One, I'm not a part of the LGBT community. Duh. Two, I don't hate white people, and I'm not racist. Three, I don't believe in abortion. It's not right. Especially up to 9 months. That's crazy. And then four, I know how many genders there is. So I don't have a problem with common sense, okay? Anything else, you can cry about it, you can complain about it. But to me, the real traitors are always going to be, I can only speak for my kind, my race, my nationality, my culture, whatever you want to flip it. Though, for me, the biggest traitors are the Mexicans that are Democrats, because they can't tell me one thing a Democrat has done for us.
And neither can the black ones. Black Democrats have been getting bamboozled for 40, 50 years. It's insane. Lyndon B. Johnson said, I had these niggas voting Democrat for 200 years. And look, they're all still voting Democrat. There's less now than ever because we have President Trump and people have caught on. It was like 24% of black males voted for President Trump. So that brings a lot of hope. And with all the crazy madness we're seeing now, the next election could be even higher.
And then they mentioned DACA. DACA is like the only thing that they mentioned. Like, okay, well, Obama did DACA. Let's break it down. What does DACA really do for you? It protects you from being deported, right? If you are going to school and you're working. And to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't mind being corrected if I'm wrong, you know? You might know more than me because I'm not a dreamer. But every 2 years or so, they have to keep reapplying or something like that. So it's nothing permanent. It's not like the dreamers actually get to permanently stay. It's not like they become citizens. I think it's like a temporary thing. Like I said, every so often they have to keep renewing it. So to me, it's like, okay, so you mean to tell me that all these years that the Democrats were in position of power and they had the ability to do something, like actually do something for los Mexicanos, they didn't do nothing.
They will not do anything for you ever. They won't do anything for black people. They won't do anything for Mexicans. They won't do anything for Asians. They won't do anything even for the batshit crazy liberals that follow them. So look, they're not out to really help anybody but themselves to stay in power, get more voters to vote for them so they can get more power, stay in power, and take our rights away a little bit at a time, make life harder for you, raise taxes, and make your life a living hell.
Nothing. You guys can't tell me one thing that they have done for us. And I'm still waiting. I'm still hoping that one person in the comment that's a liberal can tell me, what law did they pass? What did they do?
Well, I can tell you one thing that they did. The new governor of Virginia, Spamberger, who beat Winsome Earl Sears somehow in their gubernatorial race, she added 50 new taxes Even a tax for walking your dog. Gavin Newsom in California just added a mileage tax, so people will probably pay upwards of $2,500 to $4,000 or more, depending on how much you drive every year just to use your car that you paid for, that you already have to put gas in, you already have to pay maintenance, you already have to pay a registration fee every year. And now we're going to add another tax on top of that, which will be more than all of those things combined. That's what the Democrats will do for you.
To make sure that us hard-working Mexicans can stay here in the United States permanently. So don't mention DACA. DACA was like crumbs. Obama gave you a crumbs with DACA. He made all these promises about legalizing people and giving you papers, right? And they gave you the bare minimum. Literally, Obama gave y'all crumbs. And to you saw him as some type of hero. So please enlighten me. What have the Democrats done for the Mexicans?
Or for anyone of that matter? Nothing. The Democrats have done nothing for us. Hollywood has done nothing for us except give us woke movies to try and spin the narrative and turn us against our own government, our own Christian values as a country. Hollywood is an evil entity. They work in direct correlation with the Democrats and the evil elitists on the left. These people hate you. They hate America. They do not want us to have a prosperous. They don't want us to prosper in the future. They don't want us to have anything good in life. They want us to be miserable. They want us to all be paycheck to paycheck. They want government involved in everything. They want to give all of our money away and increase our national deficit so that they would have to start over and create all new laws, further taking more power away from the American people. It's crazy, man. But if you can't see what's going on, maybe you need to look a little bit deeper. Because as you see, these people are absolutely evil. You can expect to see Trevor Noah get sued to oblivion for saying that Trump was in the Epstein files. And I really hope people will continue to wake up and push themselves away and distance themselves from Hollywood. These people are not regular people. They're out of touch. They're rich. And I have nothing against people that make a lot of money. But the ones in Hollywood are different. These are not normal people. And I think there are some very nefarious, evil things going on behind the scenes. Just ask Nicki Minaj. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.